So we're recording, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Can everybody hear me? Drop in the chat if you can hear me, and everybody's muted, so I think we're good. Drop in the chat somebody if you can hear me. Just let me know before I get rolling. Okay, thanks, Tasha. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, well, I want to share with you guys a story that I partially, thanks Lauren, that I partially shared in the group chat, and I know a lot of people are not able to listen to voice messages in the group chat, so I wanted to share this with you guys because it was like a huge eye-opener for me, and it really was like an aha moment, and I feel like we sometimes take for granted like what we're given and the tools that we're given, and we don't utilize them the way that we should, and this is just going to show you guys how important it is to utilize the tools that we are given. So I want to say it was Saturday or Sunday. I had a girl message me, and she is a Lavelle promoter, but she's not on our team. And she messaged me, and she was like, "Hey, girl, I know that you don't know me. I'm not on your team. You know, I'm not on your uplines team. I'm nowhere in your organization, but I came across your profile somehow." She didn't tell me how. And she said, and I just was scrolling through your newsfeed, looking at your posts, noticed, you know, what rank you are, and you have been doing this for, you know, a couple months less than I have, but I'm still a 4K. So tell me what in the heck is going on? What are you doing? Yada, yada, yada. Well, we got to talking, and everything that I told her, you know, we have training, we have Zooms all the time, we have this, we have that. Everything that I ended up telling her, it just come back to the continued support that we have here, the continued leadership support, the continued training that we have. And she ended up telling me that she signed on a team with a 200K, and her 200K actually had this huge team, you know, probably close to what Court's got. And she decided one day that she just didn't want to promote Lavelle anymore. She wanted to go to a different company. So, you know, she walked away from her team, which in my mind, it blows my mind because, you know, we have a team of around 800, and there's no way that I would walk away from you guys, you know, like that's crazy to build a team that huge and then walk away from them. And this girl had thousands of men and women that depended on her for support, depended on her for guidance, and she walked away. And this girl was telling me about how from day one, she'd never been taught anything. She didn't have anyone to go to. This girl left her team whenever she was just a few weeks into the business. So she wasn't even out of her VIPs, and her leader walked away from her. And she started telling me about how they don't have group chats. They don't have a group chat. She doesn't have a leader that she can go to and ask questions when she doesn't know the answer to something. She doesn't have a team training page. When she started, she had to figure it out on her own. She didn't have that team training page that we have where we add our new promoters, and it's all set up for us, and you can go there and learn what to do and go through the steps. This girl doesn't have that. They don't even have, she said that she didn't even know what Zoom was. They don't have video chats. They don't have, she's not in contact with her uplines. She said she has an upline who is way, 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 way high in the company, billionaire upline, who she reaches out to once in a while. And you guys, she told me it takes him months to respond to a message from her. Months. Not days, not weeks. She said she messaged him in December. She didn't hear from him until February. And that's because he's so high up. He has so much responsibility because people under him fell off. So I was thinking to myself, I thought, oh my gosh, you know, and this girl said to me, I YouTube how to build my business. I YouTube when I don't know the answer to something. She said, I got on Facebook and was looking for top leaders in this company, and was trying to find somebody that I could reach out to and ask questions to because I'm lost. And I sat here for a second and I thought to myself, where would I be if Courtney wasn't a phone call away? Where would I be if we didn't have Zooms? Where would I be if we didn't have that team training page that I went to when I signed up? You know, it probably wouldn't be at 80K. It probably wouldn't be with 700 teammates. It probably wouldn't be on this Zoom tonight. You cannot teach duplication if you're not present, right? So this girl has no clue what she's doing, and it's not her fault. It's because she wasn't taught. So sit there and think about where you would be if the tools that we were given weren't given to us. You know, sit there and think about where you would be if we didn't have Zooms, if we didn't have a team training page. How would you tell your promoters how to get started? If we didn't have a group page where we posted that there was, you know, promos when they rolled out, like, would you know there was promos? How would you know how to market promos, right? Like, we take for granted what we're given, and we don't utilize the tools that we're given when there's people out there who would kill to be on a team like this, you guys. There are people out there who would kill for this family niche that we have built. There are people out there who would kill for 5 a.m. Zooms. And I am just at fault as, you know, the next, because I don't wake up in the morning for those Zooms most of the time. But there are people out there who aren't handed a dang thing, and they still continuously bust a butt all the time to try to better themselves and be, you know, something in this business. And that to me speaks volume. Like, we should be grateful that Court goes out of her way and does things like this for us to continue for us to grow. Exactly. Like, that's the thing. I mean, she doesn't have anybody. So I just thought I would share that little bit of story with you guys, because I thought that this was the norm, you know, like I thought that this is what everybody does. I thought that everybody had the access to the tools that we had, and they don't, you guys, they don't. There are people out there who sign up and they have no clue what to do, and they're just sitting there Googling and YouTubing how to be successful with their Lavelle business, and that is sad. So it's just kind of one of those things where you guys need to definitely take advantage of what you're given, because you're in a position, you're in a team where you can be hella successful, okay? Like, we are given everything to be able to be successful here, and I think it's very important that we don't take that for granted. Yes, exactly. Okay. So the next thing I wanted to talk about super quick is PLP. So post love, please. You guys, this might offend some people, and I'm sorry if it does, but a like is not an interaction. Let me say it again. A like is not an interaction. We post love, please, in our team chats to get our interaction on our posts up, okay? So the whole point of post love, please, is for Facebook algorithm. It's not because we just want you to see our posts. I mean, yeah, we want you to see our posts, but it's for Facebook algorithm. So we help each other by boosting the algorithm on that particular post, so more of our actual friends and potential see it. So whenever someone says post love, please, you know, I don't expect everybody to just be on their phone at all times, just going back and doing it, but definitely at least once a day, when you're not doing anything, you know, go back through, and if someone asks for post love, please, please go and share some love on their post. You know, please read the post. Please don't just hop on there and like it just because. It's super important. And I can't tell you, I was looking back through my Facebook, and when I first started Lavelle, and I would post really terrible spammy pictures of my DFT, and I would get 3 likes, like, guys, like, that's embarrassing, right? Nobody wants to get 3 likes on their post. This is horrible, and that's what we try to keep people from doing. We want more of our friends to see it. We want to show each other support. We want to be there for one another. We want to boost each other up as much as possible, you guys. We're a team. We're a family. Like, that's what we're here for. So please don't get lazy when it comes to showing your sisters and your brothers love. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about was, I've had this question asked a lot this month, and a lot of people have come to me and said, I can't enroll anyone, and it's always pricing. Pricing is always a problem. So $200 to some people is a lot of money. It was to me. When I first got in this business, $200 was like, oh, that's a lot of money, right? And a lot of the times people are going to say it's too much money for their budget, or, you know, they're not going to want to join, or they're not going to want to buy because of price. So how do you keep the price from being an issue? It's all about your confidence. So if you're confident in the price of our products, and you're confident that once these people try these products, they're not going to be worried about the price, or you're confident that if a promoter signs up on a $200 pack and they sling samples like nobody's business, they can make that money back plus some. Something's happening in there. Both my kids are crying. If you're confident, then people are going to pick up on that energy. And if you go into a conversation and they're like, how much is it? And you're like, oh, well, I know it's expensive. It's $200. You know, people are going to pick up on that, and they're going to be like, no, you know. But if you go into a conversation where you're like, girl, it's $200, it's, you know, only $190. You're going to feel bomb.com. or it's only $200 to sign up, but you can make that back in 2 days slinging samples. You know, people are going to pick up on the energy, and you're going to be able to have more closings if you're confident in the price of our products. So be confident. People can pick up on your energy. And that is going to help so much with closing when it comes to pricing. And then the last thing that I want to touch base on before I let Brooke hop on here is maintaining your rank for bonuses. You guys, let me take a breath. I have had 5 to 10 people in my inbox this month asking me, what happens if I don't maintain 4K? What happens if I don't maintain my 12K? Will I still get my bonus? No. The answer is no. You guys know that. Well, you should know that. It's at the very top of your back office. If you logged into your back office at any point since you got that bonus, you will see your tracker for your bonus. So there's 2 different trackers, okay? So when I first start out the month, I'm going to have my 80K tracker at the very top. It's going to be there from day 1. It's going to have 80,000. And then it's going to have my PPA QV, which is 800 for 80,000. It's going to be there, okay? When I scroll down, the first thing that's going to be on mine is 4K, because everybody starts at the same rank, 4K, okay? But my 80K is going to stay up there. That's for my bonus. That has nothing to do with my rank. That's specifically for my bonus. If you hit a bonus and you're trying to track your bonus and you want to maintain your bonus, your PPA QV has to be whatever it is for the month, and your volume has to maintain to get that payout. It says it, you guys. Like, if I could show you, I would. It says it at the bottom of that. Must maintain volume and personal volume, whatever, to get payout. You have to. And no, it doesn't suck. And no, it's not, oh my gosh. If you're growing your business and you're working and you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, your wheels will go and you'll close them and you'll get your bonus. It's not a one-time payout. And I can't tell you how many people I've had be like, what? I don't get that money? No, you should know that. You know, that's what we were told that in the beginning. So keep a look at your tracker for your bonuses. It's up there. Look at it. Live by it. If you want that money, honey, watch your tracker. And then to kind of like piggyback off that, we build because people fall off. Okay. So if you went 12K and you look at your volume this month and you're sitting at 7K or 7,000, yeah, and you're like, man, what the heck happened? I went 12K 2 months ago, but you haven't signed a promoter since May. I'm going to tell you what happened. Your people fell off. It happens to everybody, you guys. I've personally enrolled over 90 promoters, and you know how many are active? 24. Like, 24, okay? Out of almost 100 that I've personally enrolled. And the reason is because more people go than they stay. I can't tell you how many people I've had enroll, buy a pack, not sell a single thing. Am I mad at them? No. But it's what happens, you guys. So yeah, if you just sit back and you enroll one promoter and you go 4K and you think you and this one promoter is about to go 200K together, it's not happening. Like, you have got to build. You have to build to stay ahead of the fall off. You have to. I'm not saying you're not gonna sign runners every time. You know, I haven't signed somebody that has hit their VIPs in months up until the last few girls that I've signed. You know, it happens. You're going to sign people that don't do anything. It's just how it is. You're going to sign people that are super excited and then buy their pack and never message you back. It happens to everybody. So don't let that get to you. Don't let that bother you. But you have to stay ahead of that in order to keep growing. So that's why we build it, so that we can continue to grow. You have to have a team to make volume. I don't care who you are. You're not going to sit there and do $40,000 in sales by yourself in 1 month. It's not going to happen unless you're freaking nuts. Like, it's not going to happen. You have to have, you have to build. So if you're not happy with where your volume's at, if you don't feel like you're maintaining very well, my advice to you would be, are you growing your business? Are you enrolling new promoters? When the ones fall off on you, are you not necessarily replacing them, but are you finding other people to build with you, to grow with you? If the answer is no, then you're not gonna grow. And you know, it's I don't want to say it's common sense, because that sounds mean, but I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It kind of is common sense. You have to build if you want to build volume. Does anybody have any questions? me before I let Brooke talk about, she told me what she was going to talk about, you guys, and explosive growth. She's going to talk about growth. So this goes hand in hand with what I just talked about. It's crazy how we just kind of vibe off each other like that. Does anybody have any questions at all? Drop them in the chat. Drop them in the chat. If not, then are you already unmuted? Are you good? Are you talking? I can't hear you. So you're not muted, but I can't hear you. She says, hold on, you guys. She's coming. I don't know what's happening, but she's coming. And she's on here twice. I see you in 2 places, Brooke Tanner. Hold on. Let me find you. Brooke Moore. I still can't hear you. What are you doing? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm not really for sure what's going on. Okay. Well, what's happening? Okay, let's talk about really super quick while she figures out what she's doing. If you guys didn't hear the call that was dropped earlier, let's talk about that super quick. Like, I'm just going to read you the recap from the email because I know just as much as you guys do, but if you didn't have a chance to listen to it, we do have some really awesome stuff coming. So if you guys didn't know, we have the Hoyt DFTs in our back office. If you don't know what the Hoyt Foundation is, look it up. It is super amazing, super inspiring. And right now, you should have like a tracker that shows like what your team has done for the Hoyt Foundation. Having technical difficulties. Okay, if you want to jump off and jump back in, you can. So we have that in our back office. So that's super awesome. We are having that through the end of June. And then we have several new DFT options coming. So you guys, I'm so flipping pumped about this. We have our summer ones coming on Thursday. And then he said that Jason Camper said that they're about to start coming out with so many new DFTs, so many different colors, so many different, can you talk now?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, hold on. So many different colors, so many different patterns. Really pumped about that. Please say a prayer that they bring back the leopard, okay? Because I need them bad. Then they have something big coming for Thrive Skin. I have no clue what that is, but it's going to drop at the leadership retreat in July is when the leadership retreat is. Something big for Thrive Skin. They're going to continue technology rollout. Don't know what that means. Whoops. And then they have the Men and Women Advanced capsules. They're being tested now. So that is available for testers. They should be dropping that soon. And then they have a surprise dropping July 1st for 80Ks and 200Ks. Let me just speak on that for a hot minute. If you're not an 80K, if you're not a 200K, and you're super damn salty about something that's about to drop for 80 and 200Ks, I'm going to tell you right now, don't be salty about it. Be freaking pumped about it, because on the call, it was said that whatever this is that's dropping is not just going to help us and benefit us as in 80Ks and 200Ks. It's going to, he said, and I quote, explode your entire organization. So I promise you, nobody's growing without you. I mean, I just touched base on that. Nobody's growing without you guys. Nobody's, if you're a 40K and you're like, dang, don't be like, dang, because nobody's growing without you. It's not happening. And they do this every single year. So that just gives you a push to go 80K for next year when they drop something like this so that you can be eligible. I just wanted to touch base on that super quick so that you guys don't feel sad or left out about it, because it's something that's going to benefit everyone. And you guys know that as a leader, I'm never going to not be about my team. Like, I'm all about you guys. I'm all about your success. I'm not going to the top alone. I can't. And I want every single one of you there with me. I want you all to be successful. I love you all and I care about you all. So please don't let that affect you. Just let that fuel your fire so that next year when they drop something out, everybody on here can have a chance at it. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
So, you guys, if you're a little bit confused right now, I am currently video chatting through my laptop, but for some reason I couldn't get the sound to pull up on my laptop like I did last time. So I'm actually having to use my iPhone to listen. So if you see me talking, if you like scroll through and you feel better like looking face to face at me, because I know right now it just says Brooke's iPhone, but if you guys kind of scroll through, you'll see my face. Anyway, I'm going to talk about some like explosive growth tips for like growing your team. And I know we kind of like talked about this last week, but I did a little bit of researching and there were some things that I found that I really wanted to touch base with you guys. So if you don't have a pen and paper, go ahead and grab one really quickly, because there's going to be 4 tips that I have and then a couple other things I want to go over. So if you don't have a pen and paper, grab one real quick and we'll get started. So the first thing is understanding that not everyone who joins you will actually put in the work, which is what Mackenzie just said. And I swear, me and her don't even talk about what we're going to talk about. Like, it'll be an hour before the Zoom. She's like, I'm like, hey, we're getting on at 8:45, 9 o'clock, right? And she's like, yeah, girl, okay. So we don't even know what we're talking about, but we just kind of vibe off each other. But anyway, understand that not everyone who joins you will actually put in the work. That is so true, you guys. I don't even know exactly. I need to go back and look exactly how many people I've personally signed and who are actually still with me. Because I can tell you right now, probably more than half have fallen off. They're not going to stick with you. It's just the way it is, you know? So you should constantly be doing something to grow your business. That's why staying consistent is so, so important. Also, no one person will give you success. No one person will take you to the top. No one person will drag you to the bottom. So that is super important to remember. We should always be on the offense for the next person who we can change their life and bring into this business and show them how amazing it is. Not just the products, but financially what it's done for us. So instead of focusing your energy and time on those who aren't showing up to the Zooms, who aren't putting in the work, focus your time and energy on those who are showing up and are putting in the work and are asking questions. I know a lot of times we feel like, you know, Susie's not showing up. She's not doing, you know, I had high hopes for her. I really thought she was going to do well and she's just falling off. And you know, don't worry about that. That's going to happen. That's part of this business. So many people are going to sign up with you and you think that they're going to do great. And honestly, half the time the people that you think are going to do really great in this business don't. They just fall off. They don't stick with it. And I've been really surprised. Some of the people who I didn't really think would take off with this business have literally blown my mind and like exceeded my expectations. So that's another thing to keep in mind is don't ever judge a book by its cover because you just never know. There might be people that have done network marketing before compared to somebody that's never done it before and come in and just blow them away. You know what I'm saying? So the second thing is lead, don't manage. So lead by example. I feel like a lot of times people try to, how do I say this? You know, we're our own bosses, but we need to lead by example by not micromanaging someone. We need to lead by showing up and being consistent because people are going to follow lead with what you're doing. So if I'm not showing up every day, do you think my girls are going to show up every day? They're going to go and look at my page and be like, wow, Brooke's not showing up. I guess it's not important that I have to show up every day. You know what I'm saying? So you are leading by example. So your consistency not only matters for your business as far as like bringing in customers and all that, but it also, consistency helps with building your team and keeping those that are on your team consistent as well. Let me see. Okay, the third thing is differentiate. I don't even know how to say this word. Differentiate. How do you say that? Do you guys know what I'm saying? Kenzie, help me.
Differentiate? Are you saying differentiate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not the brightest Sharpie in the box, but I could say that word.
Okay. What she said, differentiate your time. I can't say it. I can't talk tonight, apparently. Spend more time with the hungry, not the needy. So surround yourself with go-getters. If you are surrounding yourself with negative Nancys, you're going to become a negative Nancy. If you surround yourself with people that are positive, that are go-getters, that have the same goals and values that you do, you will catch their vibe. You guys will vibe off each other. But if you're surrounding yourself with someone who, when you're having a shitty day, you vent to them and they just like make your day even shittier because they're just like pouring into that negative that you're throwing out there, you need to, not saying that you need to cut those people out of your life, but you need to kind of create a barrier, because it can be very detrimental to your business. Let me see. I wrote a bunch of notes. So when you surround yourself with like-minded people, your energy and your outlook will change. So ask yourself this: are you hungry or are you needy in this business? You should be hungry every single day for more. We as humans are made to always want more. I don't know one person that doesn't want more and better for their life. That's just the way we're made as people. And not that it's a bad thing. To me, I think it can actually be a really, really good thing, especially in this business. You should be hungry and wanting to show up every day and wanting to learn, because there's always something new to learn. You can be in this business 3, 4, 5 years from now and still be learning. I still feel like I definitely don't have all the answers. I have girls come to me all the time and I'm like, I don't know the answer to that, but I can figure it out for you, So you will always be more successful when you're hungry and not needy. So ask yourself that. Are you coming into this? Are you being hungry? Are you being needy? And number 4 is, what is your biggest hang up in this business? I know a lot of people have trouble with closing, I don't want to say deals, but like closing up customers, following up, inviting them to like the team gatherings that we have. All of these things I know can feel a little bit uncomfortable, especially like trying to close a customer and all that, especially when you're new. But the biggest advice that I can give you is that it just gets easier as it goes. When I first started talking to people, when I first started this business, I word vomited and I said way too much shit that I shouldn't have said. And another big tip that I can give you is, I know it can be uncomfortable, but voice memos are so important. Like, it just feels more personal. And I don't know, like, I just feel like I can say a lot more in a voice memo and get my point across that way without sending a big, massive paragraph. You guys, people hate reading paragraphs. Like, if someone's going to send me a big, long book, do you think I'm going to really read that? Probably not. I mean, yes, less is more. Honestly, less is more. So just remember that. To be sincere, we are trying to make, you guys, I keep going blank. We are trying to make friendships here and to create genuine relationships with people. We are not here to make a sale, to get another promoter on our team. We are truly here to change lives and to get friendships and just be genuine with relationships and stuff like that. So I know I'm a little bit everywhere. I've had a weird day today, so I'm kind of everywhere. My mind's kind of squirrel. But this last thing that I want to leave you guys with is to write down your why. And I'm going to tell you why. I know we've done this before, but we have some new girls on here, so I want you to write down your why. And if you don't know what your why is, you need to sit down and think about it. What is it that intrigued you in this business? What made you want to join? For me, it was I had no energy. I was going through a depressive time in my life. Not that my life was bad or anything. I just was depressed. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm with my kids all day. And not to say I don't love my kids, but being home all the time, it gets a little lonely sometimes. So for me, it was I needed something. I needed something to not only give me my energy back, but to feel like like I have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Which I know I have a purpose, don't get me wrong, but like I felt like I needed something to keep me busy during the day. And so, and plus not only that, but we were struggling financially. I wanted to bring in more money because I felt like I was solely depending on my husband, and I hated that. Like, I don't want to have to depend on someone else for my needs and stuff. And we were living paycheck to paycheck. So I want you to write down your why. It can be financially, it can be whatever caused you to want to take this leap. And the reason why I want you to write this down is for the days that you have really crappy days, because we all have those days where our mind goes to negativity and it's hard to get out of it. But when you have your why wrote down and I want you to put it in a place where you can visually see it every day, maybe not read it every day, but you have to glance at it every day. So it needs to be in a spot where you're going to walk past it every day. Okay. So I want you to do this for those days that you're just having those really negative thoughts. You just don't feel like doing anything that day. You don't feel like showing up. This is for those days. And it's going to be your reminder of why you started this, your purpose. And I truly believe that each and every one of you are here for a reason. I don't think that you just came into this by chance. You didn't. We are all here. This has changed my life. Like, literally, like I was in a really bad place before I started this journey. And I can tell you guys, God has truly blessed me. And do I feel like sometimes I've taken it for granted? Absolutely. Yes. But I'm trying so hard and I'm really working on me. And I still have a long ways to go. I'm not going to say that I'm perfect and that I don't have days of doubt and stuff like that. But, that's why writing down your why is so important, because it's those reminders that's going to help keep you going on those off days and those days that you don't feel like showing up, because you're going to have those days. Everyone does. And it's okay. We're human, but you need to get back up and pick back up and keep running, because there's great things in store. Just like Kenzie said earlier, the announcement, I'm so pumped up about this. I can't wait to hear what they're going to announce. It's going to be huge. It always is. And so I'm super excited about that. You guys should be pumped about that too. But I don't know. Kenzie, do you want to touch up on anything? If not, That's really all I had for you guys. I know I'm a little bit over there.
So I just want to finish up with this one thing. I'm going to read you guys a status that I posted earlier, and I'm going to get really freaking raw and uncomfortable right now, but I'm doing it because I want you guys to see the bigger picture that sometimes we miss, and we need to be reminded, okay? So I'm going to read this post to you guys, and I just want you to take this with a grain of salt. I want you to listen when I say this, because I'm telling you, the people in this industry who stick through, the people who persevere, the people who keep going when it's hard, when you have a terrible day, when you get fired, when you get divorced, whatever the case may be, the people who stick through and keep going are the people that come out in the end. Those are the people that will prevail, okay? We are all going to go through things in our life every single day. It doesn't matter where you're at in this company, 4K, 200K, you're a millionaire, you don't have enough money to pay your bills. I don't care where you're at. We all have struggles. We all have daily struggles, but it's how we deal with those struggles is how we overcome them and how we're going to be better in the end. So I'm going to read this status to you that I posted earlier. And it says, really real and really uncomfortable truth bomb. Word of the day, codependency. Inability to make decisions on your own, extreme worry, stress, or anxiety, low self-esteem, extreme need to make others happy, fear of being alone, being angry often. That was me. Before this company, that was me. Every single bit of it. And that truly makes me sick at my stomach. Why didn't I think I was worthy? Why didn't I think I was important? Why did I think I would never be able to stand on my own 2 feet? I'm not sure, but I do know one thing. One day I woke up and said enough is enough. One day I woke up and looked in the mirror and said I wasn't raised to be the soft and fragile little girl that I have become. I was raised to be strong and independent and hold my own. So what did I do? I was a stay-at-home mom with 2 babies. There was no way I could do something like that. But I could take my life into my own hands. I could bust ass. I could do everything and anything to make it happen, and that's what I did. This business changed my life, you guys, and this is why I'm so passionate about it. It took me from codependent to independent. It took me from not being able to even help myself to being able to help others. It took me from someone who hated myself and thought so little of the woman that I was to now I'm a woman who knows I'm amazing and can do anything. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Don't let anyone tell you, or don't let yourself tell you that you can't. Self-love and self-worth will change your life, I promise. You guys, if you know you deserve more, and you know you deserve 5-figure weekly checks, and you know you deserve financial freedom, and you know you're worthy, and you know you're a badass, and you know you have fire in your soul, freaking let it out. Unleash it. Go out and do whatever you can to change your life, you guys. We do not have to be a victim of our circumstances, okay? I came from not being able to put gas in my vehicle. I was a single pregnant mom. A lot of you probably don't know that, but I had a 1-year-old, and I was pregnant, and I was single, and I had a minimum wage job, and I couldn't afford my bills, and I hated life, and I woke up every day, and I was just in a mood, and I didn't think that I deserved anything. I didn't think I was made for anything, and this business has truly changed so much for me because we are in a business that people need. Yes, people need energy, but the independency that you can get and the feeling that you can get from helping others and the feeling that you can get from being able to feel good and wake up and have this friendship and this family, like you guys give me life. And when I wake up sometimes and I'm in a terrible mood, I look at where I've come from and I look at where I'm sitting. So if you're not where you want to be, the only person that can change that is you. You. So don't be a victim of your circumstances. Go out and make your dreams a freaking reality because every single person on here deserves that. You guys are worthy. You guys are amazing. We have so much time left. I mean, I know, baby. Stick through your hard days. Stick through your hard times. You know, you haven't enrolled a customer in 3 weeks. I don't give a shit. You can go enroll somebody tomorrow. Okay. You're a 4K and you haven't went 40K. It's okay. You can go 40K. Like, you guys, we're not on a time crunch, you know? We have forever. We have forever. So, my babies always cry at the end of Zooms. So, do whatever you can to make your dreams a reality. If your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. Okay? So, write your why down, like Brooke said. Write down your dreams and go out there and hustle and bust your butt. Mama's in there asleep. Go bust your butt and hustle and make what you want happen. Make it happen, okay? I see y'all taking pictures of me. I'm not looking cute, so everybody pose. Ready? Okay. For real though, I love you guys. We have a week left, I think. I don't even know what day it is today. We have time left in the month to go do some stuff. So let's go do some stuff. Let's get off here. Let's grind it out. Let's have a great night. Let's have a great week. July 1st is coming, so we get to start all over again. It's a new week. We got new stuff rolling out. This is where we want to be at, okay? This is where we want to be at. So I love you guys. Thanks for listening. And see you later. Bye.